John's got Vegas nonstop. And working on the camera is our good friend Lou McGillowitz trying to get you focused in it. We're coming to you live from Peppermint Hippo. This is the Hippo Happy Hour, and I want to start with a toast, everybody. It's been a long week. I don't know how it's been for everybody, but it's been really long for me. And there was just so much going on here in town. We've got a lot to talk about. We've got some great guests to share with you. But first, a toast. And can you see? Can you see my Al Mancini sitting next to me. Michael Cross sitting next to him. Oh, he's on fire. This place is on fire. Sean E. Cooper sitting next to Michael. Hello, a.k.a. Coop. And so, let's start with a toast. Here's to you and here's to me. And if by chance we disagree, then F you. Here's to me. All righty. Well, I met Michael Cross the other day at a party that was tied to who knows what. I don't even know what it was tied to.
It was a community resource, so it started off as a charity event, a golf charity event, and then they continued on it at the county mansion.
Okay, yeah. So somehow I think it was tied to the cannabis convention.
Was it? Oh,
you didn't notice that.
As the fool of the show, basically, beautiful ladies, fantasy love story, about 17 years. And now I'm over at Burlesque Q at the Alexis Park, the host of that show. Beautiful ladies once again. No, not quite topless, but the old school burlesque. Where we have a little show going on.
Pasties.
Yes.
Coop is just, he keeps the show moving. He does voices, he does acrobatics. I think I've seen him do the splits, but maybe I was imagining.
Oh, I'm doing James Brown.
You do it.
Yeah.
It's a man.
How you feeling?
Yeah.
So this is kind of a talk show and kind of impromptu. Again, we're at Peppermint Hippo, which you might know as the old Olympic Gardens, or OG as the old gangsters used to call it, at the corner of Walk and Don't Walk. I think it's the entrance to downtown. We're right on Las Vegas Boulevard, and I think it's the only adult entertainment on Las Vegas Boulevard. I might be wrong. Shai Cohen has invited us to come on down here and hang out and have some fun and have some laugh. Talk about Burlesque Q a little bit. The show's over a year now, I think.
Yeah, no, we're over 2 years, and we started during the pandemic, so it was a struggle in the beginning, but we survived, and the show's amazing. 5 beautiful ladies and myself, and a beautiful act, Hurley Shells. And it's a great show, So,
now, I remember when we met was during the pandemic, and we were streaming with Pete Housley, and you came in and did your act to an empty room, and I felt so bad that if you didn't have anybody to work off of.
Yeah, so imagine that, just doing a gig, just doing comedy at an 8-minute set, 9-minute set with no one in the audience. Maybe 1 or 2. Maybe 3 or 4.
Now, I want to do a shout out to our friend Jim Vescuglia from Trading Made Easy. And there he is, rock and roll day trader. You don't have to go that spin all the way around the room. Again, Lou McGillowitz going to Torah studies a little later tonight.
We're going live.
We are live. Yeah. So did everybody share it? So sharing is caring. And you share it to your. Now, and Lou used to be my assistant like 12 years ago, and before puberty.
Look at me now.
And now, I know. I guess it's safe to call you a journalist, really.
Yeah, I mean, I've worked 25 years as a journalist. These days I'm doing something a little different. I'm marketing an app. But look, I've been covering food in Las Vegas for about 20 years. But what's really exciting about being in this building right now for me is the first reviews I ever wrote were reviews of strip clubs. I had moved to Las Vegas to cover entertainment for ABC News Radio. I wanted to write locally. My wife and I were big strip club people back in like 2001 when we moved here. All of our friends worked at Olympic Gardens at the time. And I got a job. OGs, right?
OGs.
And so this room was the very first review of any form that I ever wrote in my life. If I hadn't written about this place, I may never have gotten into food writing, never become a food critic, never done all the shit that I've done. So yeah, you never know where things are going to lead, especially in Las Vegas. But they usually start with a good time. They usually start with some titties and some alcohol. and a lot of good things have grown out of that.
And titties and alcohol for you kids at home.
Titties are bad.
That's the new TNA.
Marijuana bad.
Again, I mentioned
Marijuana
trading made easy
Drugs
with the
are bad.
rock and roll day trader Jim
TNA.
Scuglia. His number, if anybody's interested in day trading, is 800-971-4160.
Automated day trading. A robot.
Automated day trading. 800. Try not to talk over me. 800-971-4160. 800-971. And the website is Trading Mad Easy. He didn't want to pay for the extra E.
I couldn't get the extra
D. TradingMadEasy.com. Michael, you've got something.
TradingMadEasy.com.
TradingMadEasy.com.
Let's all just start
Artificial
day
intelligence.
trading. Win some laptop money, lap dance money.
I know. So it's a holiday weekend, kind of, but Michael's a mentalist as well as doing magic weddings, which I found amazingly coincidental in our meeting because of a story that was in the paper last week in the RJ. But you guys said, we're on radio and it's a podcast, so magic doesn't always translate to video to audio.
Yeah.
So you got something for us, right?
Yes. Name any playing card. Ace of Spades, Queen of Hearts, Joker. Those are pretty obvious. So pick.
But you have Al do it. So.
All right, Al. Name any playing card. That's maybe a number, but completely
7
different.
of diamonds.
7 of diamonds. Okay. I want you to think of any 3 numbers. Yeah, I'm gonna get my phone out because here's what we're going to do. Have you guys ever done prank calls when you were kids?
I still do.
Type in any 3 numbers into my phone. We're gonna actually make we're actually gonna make a phone number. We're gonna call it.
Oh, good.
We're gonna call it live.
83 numbers.
Any 3 numbers.
In the universe. Any 3 numbers in the universe.
Lou, go ahead and type in 3 more numbers.
Why don't you have Jim do it? Well, okay, Lou, do it.
I want them to see my finger.
That's 5 numbers.
Freddie got
There we go. Lou, type in. I'm sorry, Jim. Type in 4 numbers. If it doesn't work, then we'll try real area code next.
I think if it doesn't work.
I think that's a real area code.
David Copperfield never said it if it doesn't work.
That's an area code for France I just did.
Yeah, we can hear it.
All right, one more time.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
do 951. That's California. All right, do 3 numbers.
Again, we're coming to you from the Peppermint
All right,
Hippo.
Al, go ahead and type in 4 numbers. All right, let's try this.
Okay.
Here we go.
Call them out loud. Again,
Yeah.
audio is important to radio.
Okay. Oh, 2 pieces, please.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Well, last time I did this, the lady told me to get her freaking life, but it's totally worth it.
Oh, what was it?
Thank you for holding. Is this for delivery or pickup?
Neither. I'm actually on a podcast. I'm doing a magic trick live. Can you help us out? It's not a prank, I promise. Can you help us?
Are you ordering pizza?
No. My
Magic
friend,
pizza.
my friend's thinking of a card. I just need you to name any playing card in the deck of cards, and it'll be a great help. Can you do that?
Just name a card?
Yes, he's doing it. Yes, any card, like a hand of poker.
7 of diamonds.
Oh shit! Now we got it. Dude, that was awesome, man.
Good, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bravo.
Did I win a pizza? Yeah,
I feel like I should have won a
I think
pizza.
so. Oh, okay. That's awesome. It worked. It worked.
Your supply of turtle wax, that's turtle wax for the life of us for your car. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Okay, so if people want to have a magic wedding, what would that be like?
So basically, I do magic with their rings. And I ask what their love story is, and I incorporate. Basically, they're getting married in their own magic show. I just started a magic ceremony service with a company called Weddings at the Wall. WeddingsAtTheWall.com. Basically, it's Red Wall Studios. It's off of Desert Inn and Spring Valley. And so you just go there and you get married. And what's cool about it, it's actually a like a futuristic type. You know, Tapeface. He did his promo pictures over there.
I know Dayface and his assistant, Christina Balanik.
Yeah.
Great show. If you've never seen Tapeface, I think it's an era's wonderful show, and mimes have gotten a bad rap, but Tapeface has been compared to the next Charlie Chaplin because he's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's an amazing show.
Yeah. Master of silence, master of timing. That guy-
Awesome.
that guy's
So if
awesome.
somebody wants a magic, but you also do corporate and you do
Yeah.
wedding
I do corporate events. I do wedding receptions, mainly adults. I mean, I have some kid stuff, but mainly my target audience is adults.
And you have a
professionals.
website?
Yes, michaelcrosslv.com.
So question, if you're doing Vegas weddings and you're a magician, is it easier to just make it disappear when they sober up? Still have to to go through the normal annulment process.
Yeah, they still got to go through the annulment process too. You know, I do know some lawyers that I can send them to, but
It is Vegas. You can do a 24-hour divorce one right after.
My question is, do you really want to get married at a place called Against the Wall?
Yeah.
I don't know that that's the best way to start your marriage or your wedding.
yeah, they call it Weddings at the Wall because it's actually done at Red Wall Studio. So Red Wall Studio. So it's a futuristic studio. They customize all the lighting. They have lasers. They have tunnels. They have everything there.
Wow.
So it's really cool. Everything's customized and it's all inclusive too. So it comes with the minister. It comes with photo, video, and the video is actually cinematic. So it's not like your typical one shot.
Like we've got.
Wedding video, you know, like podcast is cool, but for like, you know, but so Izzo Pro, they do the video, and so what they do is they actually make it cinematic, so it's almost like a movie.
Anything else you want to plug or talk about? I know we got to get you out of here.
Nope, that's it. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank
Great
you.
trip, Michael Cross. So just make your way out. Just come out of here.
Yay!
Coop will move over.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to my friend Al Mancini over
Excellent,
here.
man.
To talk about food and loathing and neon feast. I'm glad you're wearing the shirt. I don't have to make notes. But everybody,
Cue cards, baby. Cue cards.
Thanksgiving is coming. So I was going to cue you and say, you have any recommendations for restaurants if your family wants to go for Thanksgiving dinner? Kind of put you on the spot
Just
a little bit.
put me on the spot without any notes ahead of time. Luckily, I've been making videos about this all day, right? So I just came from Black Tap because I'm doing a video for the Las Vegas.
That's racist, man.
From the Las Vegas.
I was gonna say something, but you know, I was gonna say.
Sorry, man.
I want to go Kanye West, here, but I'm just saying.
Yay!
I get Dave
We'll go
Chappelle
yeah.
on to
Black Tap.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, couldn't hear ya.
So yeah, we're doing a video for the LVCVA for some Vegas Thanksgivings. We just
Time out.
shot.
For those that don't know, LVCVA is Las Vegas Convention and Visitors
Visitors
Authority.
Yes.
This just in.
Just
Be able to see these
From our newsroom. Shy Cohen's desk. And I've got notes as well. Bacardi, Casadore,
So these are the
Sir Havana.
right. So
Are
half
these the
price
rums?
drinks, 200-liter bottles, and beer buckets. And these
Does
are
it
the
say look
rums.
at the camera when you're talking?
Yeah,
No,
next week.
no.
I work on my voice.
did that say free drinks for
Half
that
price.
hour?
That's all you have to know. Is half price drinks. Happy hour, 5 beer buckets for $25. Come for the fight and stay for the girls.
Did it
I
say-
have to plug our sponsor here at Peppermint Hippo. I'll read all these first and we'll get back to Alex. Come for the fight, stay for the girls. It's Prochaska versus Texarira. I don't.
Did you
can't-
pronounce that
Teixeira.
right?
Teixeira.
It's
That's
not like
Teixeira.
Russian.
You pronounced
That's
that right?
Teixeira.
You're an
Nobody
ass,
cares.
man.
That's the sheriff.
Mispronouncing that name.
Jonathan, I think that was the Jewish
Is
version.
happy hour every night? Shy, is happy hour every night?
Yeah, every day.
From 5 to
From
7?
7 to 7.
7 to 7.
Yeah.
7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
I heard free drinks too.
And that what's happy hour? Half price drinks.
Yeah, what says there? Half
Oh,
price.
there's the notes.
Yeah,
That's
the
notes.
notes.
That's what the notes are for.
Read the
Great.
notes.
And there's another magician, we just said Michael Crosby, called Justin Credible. What a, you think that's his
That's
government
his
name?
Baptist.
After Hours Party with the Sexiest Entertainer, Friday, November 18th. Isn't that today? I think it
Well, they're
is.
watching live. So they can come
And
down.
that one looks just like this. Look at that poor girl.
That guy's awesome.
She's in every picture. And then Saturday, tomorrow, unless you're watching this later or listening later, Nick Ferrer. I don't know what he does.
Ferrell or Ferrer?
Scam. It says Scam. Ferrer. Nick Ferrer. That's what this guy looks like. Looks like Dad. But you know, I don't think people come here for guys.
They won't be looking at him. They will not be
So I'm
looking
gonna,
at him.
I'm gonna start that segment
That looks
all
like-
over again.
That looks like a younger version of you, Jonathan.
Maybe in the back.
Everybody looks like a younger version of me. So we're going to start again with our friend Al Mancini. Neon Feast, Food and Loathing. I think I heard from your director today. Your videos are great. I've seen some of your videos and they're fabulous. So my friend Roderick just zoomed in and out. And you're going to say hello to him.
Neon Feast is the app. Neon Feast is what I call basically, am I allowed to use adult language here, or are we keeping it nice?
Keep it nice.
Okay, so we call it Yelp without the idiots. Basically, it is a that's the word I was going for, yes. It's basically a restaurant guide put together by only surveying chefs, restaurant owners, professional journalists, critics, people who work in the industry, influencers. So it's called Neon Feast. You know, I know y'all pulled out your phones before. Just go on the App Store, download the Neon Feast app. All of you, you can follow along at home. But it is, so that's what is on the shirt. That's what you were referencing.
Yes.
And then my podcast is Food and Loathing. And that's where we just get into the deep talks with all the chefs. We sit around. We talk about whatever's on our minds. So that is a weekly podcast. You get it wherever you get podcasts.
I was speaking with my friend
That's me, man.
Richard Feminello. Oh, you're still here. I thought you'd even left the Michael Cross.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple more minutes.
Check it out.
Yeah, well, I want to hear.
In my mind, you were gone.
Yeah, I want to hear what everyone has to say as much as possible.
Talking to my friend Richard Feminello from Charlie Palmer's Steak and all that group. And what he was talking about is the resurgence of young chefs off the strip. You know, your Brian Howard, if you will, and the young chefs that are the up-and-coming cooks. Because everybody knows about the celebrity chefs and, you know, the Guy Fieri's and the Bobby Flays. Who are some of the guys that you recommend or that you like?
Yeah, I mean, I think what we saw happen was a lot of the chefs that moved to Las Vegas to work for the famous people, they fell in love with the town. They decided to stick around. They couldn't get restaurants on the strip, so they moved off strip. So that's where you have Brian Howard. That's where you have Chef Jamie Tran at the Black Sheep.
Who won Iron Chef?
She didn't win, but she was on Top Chef not real long ago. Did really well. Actually stepped down. She quit to help somebody, but she's got a place. So I would recommend her. I would recommend Idio Tapas.
I don't know that one.
Idio Tapas is on Spring Mountain in Jones, actually on Jones off of Spring Mountain. It's fantastic. Chef Oscar over there is great, but they also have a second restaurant now called Anima by Idio, and that's in the Gramercy, and that's where they mix it up and do a little.
Coop's going.
I heard. We're all looking.
You don't want to be eating there.
And it's almost like we're all going to say the
The
punchline.
cuisine is very from the rear.
We're going to do the punchline. We're all waiting.
That's a great thing.
Anima with an A.
Anima. Anima.
It's an animal.
And that is a little Spanish with a little Italian. Really, that's in the Gramercy, really hopping. But man, really, the most exciting things are off the strip. The Arts District is on fire. Main Street Provisions, Esther's Kitchen, Garage East Wine. You go to Chinatown, I just mentioned Idio, Sparrow and Wolf, Chef Brian Howard. Partage, which a lot of people don't know about. It is French food that I would say deserves to be mentioned in the same sentence as Guy Savoy and Joël Robuchon and those places. It may not be quite as good as those, but it might not be right there, but it belongs in that discussion of fine dining, and it's about half the price, or maybe less. And that's right in the same Chinatown strip mall where you also have the Golden Tiki where you can hang out, and you have Mas Por Favor, the Mexican restaurant that's in there with the cool speakeasy in the back. And now you have Half Bird Chicken and Beer right in this one Chinatown Spring Mountain Road speakeasy. Half Bird Chicken and Beer is from Brian Howard of Sparrow and Wolf. It's his casual chicken and beer joint. So if you don't want to go for the fancy food down the street, you go in over there. So that's the kind of stuff we really try to keep you up to date on both the podcast and on the app, on Neon Feast. Thanksgiving. Something casual. I was just over there today previewing it. Black Tap, which is the milkshake joint.
Why did he keep pointing at me? I don't understand that.
No. I did not touch that one. But they're doing it.
Dave Chappelle, eat your heart out.
They're doing a fried chicken and brie sandwich with stuffing as a topping, and then they're also doing a pecan pie shake with a big piece of pecan pie right on top of it.
And what's the name of this place again?
It's called Black Tap. It's known for its crazy chicken.
How'd you forget that?
I'm going now.
As long as never.
I'm going now.
So that's cool. They're doing a really good Thanksgiving at 7th and Carson, just off of Fremont Street. I love those guys.
And they just opened a second restaurant, didn't they?
No, 7th and Carson just has one. It's on 7th and Carson because it wouldn't really work with the name if there was someone.
No, but it's not the, I thought they were opening.
No, just the one place for now. One of the places we're talking about.
Carrie Simon?
Carrie Simon was about right around the corner from them. He's in the same building, and that they have many places right now. You keep changing the question halfway through the answer. Anyway, so I would send people over there. They've got a full-on Thanksgiving dinner. If you want somebody to cook for you, I would go to secretburger.com. They're working with Chef John Church, who I think.
Well, Johnny was on our. When we did
we did the show together. So John Church is pre-packaging dinners, and you can pick them up from him. I would look at that at secretburger.com. Also, Chef Bruce Coleman of Soul Belly Barbecue is doing a full Thanksgiving dinner, selling tickets to that he'll package up through secretburger.com, send you home with it.
And Soul Belly, I think they do composers showcase music show on Thursday nights, I'm pretty sure.
They do a lot of music in there.
Yeah, it's a live
great-
music venue as well as a barbecue place.
a lot of live music in there. You know, Bruce Kalman, who is a celebrity chef that runs Soul Belly Barbecue in the Arts District, he was from California. He was well known as an Italian chef. He became friends with Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters, and they both loved barbecue. And he actually developed his barbecue style with Dave from the Foo Fighters.
Wow.
And that's when he moved to Vegas and decided to open up this barbecue place in the heart of the Arts District.
So there's some choices for Thanksgiving. What are you going to do?
I am going to the Golden Knights game on Wednesday night. I'm getting in my car right afterwards. I'm going to drive to California to see my family.
What part of Cali?
They're going to be doing Palm Springs for Thanksgiving.
The desert, as my friends say. Well, we're going out to the desert.
From one desert to another.
Our place in the desert.
Yeah.
I was like, I like our place in the desert because we have gambling.
And I will tell you, there is a good strip club that we discovered last year over Thanksgiving. My wife and I got a little bored hanging with the family, and we were looking around Palm Springs. We did find a good strip
What's
club.
it called?
I don't remember the name. It's called the Black Tap. Yes.
Black Club. Black
Club.
The Black Club.
But it ain't nearly as beautiful as this place right here.
Yeah, again, we're coming to you from Peppermint Hippo. This is the Hippo Happy Hour, a.k.a. Vegas Nonstop. I'm Jonathan Scott. This is my friend Sean E. Cooper, who's headlining at Burlesque Q at the wonderful Alexis Park Resort and Hotel. And you do so many voices, you know. I love that when you do Sammy. I mean,
Hey man, I gotta tell you, man, it was wonderful, man. I love that Vegas has changed so many times, man, and I'm still here, God. Every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each like my I can contains pennies from heaven. I do sing, man. I do a little bit.
But you keep it moving. That's what I love, that you keep it moving.
Yeah, it's the old style burlesque style. You know, they always had a comedian in the middle of the ladies, and you know, and it just kept it moving to keep the guys awake. Kept them from being, you know, actually snap them out of their lust.
We may as well plug some of the other shows at Alexis Park. There's All Motown is at Alexis Park.
Yes.
There's All Shook Up, which is the only ticketed Elvis show that I know of here in Las
And I
Vegas.
think they just joined us as Simply Sinatra or something like that. I think.
Frankly
Sinatra.
Frankly,
Simply Sinatra.
it's me,
Hold
Frank.
My bad.
Can I be frank with you?
I'm gonna do that show.
You should know that.
Hey, I'm gonna do
You're
that
Sammy. You should know.
Hey man, he got mad at me, big.
That's with our friend
You
Gary
should know
and-
that.
Yeah. So yeah, they're doing well. We're doing well. We have a lot of
And
shows.
there's an Alice in Wonderland for the kids.
Yes,
For you
sir.
kids watching at home.
The adult version.
Life-size puppets.
Yeah, full body.
I think there's still Late Night Magic.
Late Night Magic. Yes, it is.
With
Yep,
Lefty, I
Saturday,
think
Sunday.
Lefty's in that show.
Lefty.
And I think, is there a comedy? It's just a comedy show?
We still do the comedy. They in and out. Then you got Don Bernhardt sometimes, and then the other comedy show would run. I don't think we're running right now.
Oh, and the restaurant is open in Alexis Park.
The restaurant, that is amazing. And right now we're renovating the lobby and everything, so we're sprucing up the place and making it better than before.
And that's the Alexis Park Resort. You can go to the website and see any of the shows, or go to ticketkite.com if you want to
catch any of the shows that come and see Burlesque Q. Great show.
Awesome.
So that's Coop's thing, that's Al's thing. Jimmy, you want to talk about Trading Made Easy?
You want to talk about our day trading company?
Yeah!
8 years now, anniversary. Can you believe that? 8
Rock
years.
and roll day trader.
8 years. And what's the problem with day trading? Why do people fail at it? Why? We had an annual software at the beginning. And I've been in the industry for 11 years. And things had to change. It's the 21st century. So 5 years ago, you know what we did? We created an artificial intelligence. That sounded pretty good, especially if I keep drinking that crowd there. Artificial intelligence.
I'm all about artificial intelligence.
Robot. We may create a robot that trades your money. But anyways, so I created this robot. It gets into a trade in a millisecond, gets out of the trade in a millisecond, trades better than any human being. And we might be going public next year.
Wow.
It's a lot of work. But I think about, my gosh, it's 5 years now. We have so many people that purchase the software. We do live webinars Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Everybody's welcome to see the software in action. For instance, today, the market dropped. It doesn't matter if it goes up or down. We trade futures. The market dropped. Most people only traded $500, and they made $6,000 in less than 40 minutes. Wow. That's better than damn slot machines, folks.
Do that.
Give out your website. Give out your website.
TrainingMadEasy.com. Free live webinars. Like I said, 8 years now, 5 years with the Auto Saw. We're in 9 different countries now.
Name them.
France, Ireland. Believe it or not, 8 people in South Africa, Venezuela, Amsterdam, and Austria.
Those are
And
some
Brazil,
impressive
Canada.
countries.
Yeah.
And of course, our great country here, the USA.
America is the greatest country in the United States.
And you know it.
Exactly. And you know what the best part? I never thought, because we used to do meetup groups before the virus. I would go and have everybody meet us here once a month and just talk to all the people that purchase customers to be nice. I do a whole free buffet like Suncoast over at the Orleans at the Boyd Gaming, of course. And of course, the virus, we had to stop because there's no more buffets.
Sure.
But my sales rep goes, well, all your customers are here. And I'd walk into the buffet, and when you see people, and we have so many handicapped veterans in the group, right, that they really, are handicapped people or that can't work. So it changed me because I'm like, and they're coming up to me, they're going, thank you, Jim. If it wasn't for you, I don't know what I do for a living, or I would never make this type of money. So it's just like, wow.
Let's give out your phone number again.
And it changed the whole thing. I'm like, this is why I'm here to do this. I guess I'm, it's a small business. You start from your house, Yes, of course, the software costs money, and we include the training with it. But it's not a lot of money for a home-based business, But when you see like all these, handicapped veterans, disabled veterans, and from anywhere from Vietnam all the way up to, the present wars that we're in, they're coming up to me and they're like thanking me, and I was just like, I was so touched, and I never thought about this business going that route, and then when you're like, oh my gosh, you're helping people making a living for, or because they know they could not, what they maybe, beyond. It was just so emotional for me.
No, it's great, and I know you do a lot of stuff for the veterans as well. And the number again,
we do everything.
For more information,
and for the city here too.
800-971-4160.
800-971-4160. Operators are standing by. Actually, we're closed right now, but it's 800-971-4160. We do free live webinars. Anybody can go to the website and look at this for free, and we get everybody. We get every walk of life from everywhere.
Midgets.
Yeah, we have
Little people.
We have
only because we were talking about that before.
I have a woman that's colorblind. It's a robot.
Before we started, we were talking about that, and I happen to have midgets.
He's joking.
I was saying, I don't suppose
you probably just got flagged on Facebook. Right. Probably going facts check. Back over.
I happen to have midget material.
Yes.
It was like, I don't suppose you ever had a midget go up on you.
Wah wah wah.
And then you can't even say that anymore. We're talking about Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you get in trouble on that one.
The nice part was,
don't you think that comedians should be able to say anything?
Absolutely.
I think so.
Absolutely.
I believe in the
absolutely.
Let's get Lou in here.
Absolutely. Everybody. All of us should be able to say anything.
You're sliding next to us.
I still do. I work blue. I do a lot of cursing in my acts, and I do a lot of dirty and sexual and just craziness. And I also play up the audience, and I believe in freedom of speech, and I think in a way that they're after us, they're killing it, and I try to keep it alive. I try to do it as long as I'm gonna try to do it as long as I can, as much as I can, and say what I like. And I understand. I also edit myself. I try to go too crazy, But still, even today with when I do jokes about R. Kelly, that's a little whoa. Cosby.
And the people don't know who R. Kelly is.
Yeah. Well, a young man from Brazil had no clue who R. Kelly was.
And Rick James
Jr. is, by the way.
That's that which I really try to keep alive because he was really a big part of Vegas.
But when you explained what he did, he was familiar with that activity, right?
Yeah, and then they get it, and then they understand once you put it with Frank and then the whole thing. And Yeah, I try to keep that whole thing alive. But just the whole thing of just, you know, a comedian being able to say and speak his mind,
Freedom.
speak her mind.
Freedom of speech.
It's going away fast.
The old big time.
Say hello to our friend Lou McGillowitz over there.
Hey, what's up, baby?
Cameraman, I'm off camera now, so.
Oh, you are? Well, here, let's turn it
I
on.
thought that was I thought that was Francis Ford Coppola.
There he is.
Simply Sammy. That's your
That's my dude. Like a Simply Sammy, babe. Exactly, babe.
Frankly Frank and
Right
Simply
behind me.
Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy was Jewish, so you could be like one of us.
Exactly, babe.
I understand what that yay is saying.
Let me see that ring.
That yay, man, got me.
So Lou's got, I don't know what happened to your political stuff, but you've got an announcement, a few announcements to make.
That's true, yes. I wanted to take this opportunity to announce my candidacy for president in 2032, Lou 2032. But until then, I'm also running for Assembly District 19 in 2024. So I'm going to be
Where is that?
campaigning.
Where is that?
That's a little bit of Henderson, a lot of Mesquite, Moapa Valley. So we're going to do fireworks when I officially announce my candidacy for District 19. I haven't
Did you
filed
say
the
cannabis?
paperwork yet, so
Oh,
we're barely
This could
legal.
change.
We're barely
And
legal in District 19.
What's your platform that you're running on here?
Well,
Cannabis.
We're getting a haircut. Yeah, we should have more cannabis lounges. I think that's going to bring more jobs to the
Here,
community.
here.
And you know, Mark Wahlberg wants to build a studio in Las Vegas.
Yes.
I want to help Mark Wahlberg build a studio, and then maybe we'll shoot a movie in Mesquite. What do you say?
Hey, got a part for me?
You got to. You're in my movie.
You already cast it.
Yes,
You're in.
I'm
You're
in.
in. That's
Coop's
easy.
in.
I'm a Hollywood mogul. It's that easy now.
And you
But-
also...
and I have a slogan actually. If you want to hear it, it's from Mesquite to Water Street. We're gonna flip the seat. So Mesquite.
Hey.
T-shirt.
I never thought of
that
you.
on a shirt.
I never thought of you.
And you know, maybe they'll say it's not professional to launch your candidacy in a strip club, but this isn't my district. And I say, what doesn't happen in my district doesn't affect my district.
It's Vegas.
Yes, yeah.
Now, Lou, you've got a new holiday song, too, that you've been working on.
That's right. I have a new song. It's a combination of English, Hebrew, and Spanish. It's Oches Locos Noches, and we're debuting it downtown Summerlin, December 21st.
I thought we were debuting it right now.
Well, this is a sneak peek of it, but we're doing the full song on Hanukkah.
Did
Gotta
you
get
guys
some
do
features on
anything?
that. Gotta get some features
You want
on
to
that.
give me a little tune, and I'll sing a little bit for you?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
From Guadalajara to
Hare
Golan
Hare.
Heights, we celebrate 8 crazy nights. From Jerusalem to Juarez, we do what the Lord says. Oches Locos Noches. So I'm very excited to celebrate with you guys. So I hope you'll join me in downtown Summerlin. You can't miss me, the hairy Jewish guy next to the 40-foot menorah. So
I thought it was
I
Francis
hope
Ford
you'll join
Coppola
me.
when you came in.
I was jealous of his hair, honestly, but
So
no.
it's December 21st at downtown Summerlin.
That's right.
At the giant menorah where you're saying it's going to get lit, and so are you.
We're getting lit.
Here, here.
That's right.
Huzzah.
Appreciate you, Sandy.
Lou McGillowitz. Yeah. All right.
Beverages?
Get back to the camera. Again, we're coming to you from Peppermint Hippo, which I think started on South Park as a joke. It's kind of a from Spearmint Rhino to Peppermint Hippo. And again, it's right on Las Vegas Boulevard. We're here if you want to come out and hang out and say hi. We're going to be here every Friday, live at 5. And if you want to join us here in the Doodah Room, we've got our own little podcast room, thanks to Shai Cohen, our friend who invited us to come and do this. And happy hour, we found out, is from 7 to 7. It's like a 7 and 7 kind of a thing. And Al has wonderful memories of starting here when it was Olympic Gardens. And we all do, really.
I mean, this was the place, you know. And I tell you, I'm probably the only guy I know that's ever been cock-blocked by strippers. My wife got to know all the strippers here. My wife Sue is in the room, and she probably doesn't want to be on camera. She got to know all the strippers here so well that when I would come in without her, or one time I came in with a female friend of ours without her, they would go, like, the strippers would come up, walk up to me and say, "Hey, Al, where's your wife, Sue?" Like, right in front of the woman. I'm like, wow, I'm being cock-blocked by strippers. This is like, she's a smart woman for always going to a strip club with her husband. So ladies out there, if your husband goes to a lot of strip clubs, do the smart thing. Go with him all the time.
And this was the first spot that also, I think, where the men were upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they served a lot of tea. A lot of tea.
And it's a right in Las Vegas bar. It's right, I think they call it the entrance to downtown.
The gateway.
The gateway.
The
Not the entrance.
gateway.
The gateway
Yes.
sounds much
Because
better.
now they have the new
That
sign
arch
that's
that cost
up
like
there.
$5 million for that arch.
Wow.
That was money well spent.
How much are arches supposed to cost?
You gotta ask McDonald's.
Yeah, they would do that.
They made a whole thing out of
I think
it.
you could have gotten them to do it probably at a Happy Meal price. You could double the size for an extra 5 cents.
I think next week we should do like famous arches, like a trivia kind of. There's the St. Louis arches. There's the McDonald arch. There's the arches in your feet. I don't know what other arches there were down there.
Arch enemies.
Arch enemies.
McDowell.
No, McDonald's, McDonald's, the golden arches. That was District 19. Is that your district?
The Hunger Games.
You're going to be shooting it. You're going to be crazy. Are you running on a Democrat, Republican, or Independent? There we go.
It's I'm gonna be a Democrat. We're gonna flip the seat.
Democrat?
Yeah.
Flip the seat. Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, too bad Jim isn't, because I know he'd want to go into politics, and then we'd all be scared. We would just be frightened because, you know, who he likes. that guy. Any other thing that you want to plug or anything people can check out?
I mean, seriously, I want people to check out the app, Neon Feast. Please download it. We're in the process of updating it right now, but I think all the listings are pretty current. You know, these are restaurants that come recommended by people who really know what they're talking about. Other than that, I think I may be doing some live events, but I don't have anything to tell you about quite yet. So follow at Neon Feast Guide.
Yeah.
You know, we've been doing live cooking demos. We've got Chef Brian Howard this past Monday came out to Element Home Gallery, which is a beautiful appliance showroom over on D. Martin Drive. And we had about 50 people come out, just watch him cook. He went out and chatted with everybody, answered questions about how to make dishes at home. So at Neon Feast, we're trying to start that into a series
I want to do that
of
with
events.
you. I want to do that with you maybe before the holidays.
Okay.
I want to do something like that in a different studio.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. And I got to tell you, I love your writing. I love your journalistic approach because you're so much more than a restaurant reviewer. You get in there. I started talking about my friend Richard Feminella before, where they get in, he likes getting in with the chef and talking about the style of cooking and how it makes it different, and fusion and different styles that are going on right now.
Well, thank you. And you know, the thing is, I always hated being a critic. That was my introduction to food writing, was as a restaurant
And I know
critic.
why. Because if you're a critic, you feel compelled to be negative. I always said that about Robin Leach. You know, my friend Robin.
Oh, Robin.
Well, Robin was great, but he always felt like he had to tear the place apart and say what was wrong with it when you're a critic.
Well, you definitely, going for the easy laugh, tearing somebody down is a lot easier to do.
Yeah.
But the bigger problem with the critic is, it doesn't matter to me whether one person likes it or not. I want to know if I'm going to like it, right? So when I read a review, in the days that I wrote reviews, it was like, some people like garlic, some people hate garlic. I'd rather say this restaurant uses a lot of garlic, not say this place sucks or this place is great because of that. I hate restaurants that are child friendly. Other people with kids love them, right? So why am I going to give a place 1 star because it's packed with families when somebody else thinks that's 5 stars, right? So I always try to approach it as a journalist, which is, I'll tell you what the place is like. I'll tell you whether they deliver the food the way it's supposed to be delivered. You decide whether it sounds like it's a good restaurant or a bad restaurant for you. Because we all like different stuff, you know?
So you're really honest. You're real honest.
Yeah, I mean, I just try to give people information. So that's why, you know, on the podcast, we don't critique restaurants, but we talk about our experiences there. What we liked, what we didn't like, but you may like what I don't like, right? And then on the app, you know, we stay away from the negatives completely because, you know, let the Yelpers do that. They have a lot of fun. It makes them feel important that they can tear somebody down at a place that because they couldn't get a reservation, whatever. That's fine. It has its place. But you know what? You come to Neon Feast, you're going to see the places that people in the industry love and they send their friends and their families to. That was my only criteria. Where do you send your friends and family for date night? Where do you send your friends and your family for special occasions, for after midnight dining, for good brunch, all that kind of stuff? And that's really what it's all about. So we're not saying these are the best. We're just saying they're good, and people that know food
Some
like
people
them.
like it.
You know.
We like little quiet places, so we could go with our comedian friends and laugh.
Man.
Like we've been going to this place called Fat Troy at the Eureka Casino.
Oh, Fat Troy is amazing.
You like it? Yeah.
Well, do you know the story behind Fat Troy? Okay, so Fat Troy was founded by Sheridan Sue. He had worked at Robichon. He had worked at Kumsa on the Strip. Fantastic chef. Decided to get off the Strip. Started a food truck. Food truck malfunctioned. It was a nightmare. Ended up selling bao buns out of a hair salon on Tropicana, on West Tropicana. I actually brought Julia Moskin from the New York Times in there to have bao buns. Blew up, got a lot of James Beard nominations, short list. Eventually opened a couple of other places. He had Flock and Fowl for a little while.
It's not open anymore?
Flock and Fowl is no longer open. But that was his place. The Eureka said to him, "Can you come in? You got to leave a little bit of the diner food on there because we got our old timers who love to play the slots and they want their burger or whatever.
Yeah.
But so keep some of these regular dishes and then do your thing with the rest of the menu." And that's why you'll see some of it feels like an old 1980s coffee shop menu, and then other stuff is really good James Beard nominated Asian cuisine at pretty reasonable prices, man. So you got good taste.
What's the chef's name again?
Sheridan Sue
I thought it was a husband and wife.
and Jenny Sue.
Oh. Yeah, we go there with our comedian friend Dennis Blair and his wife Peggy, and we're usually the only ones in there.
Yeah.
And Jackie Martley came to town, Jackie the Joke Man Martley, and we sat for like 3 hours. Nobody bothered us. I love they got a short rib grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, that's
Make
like
me hungry now.
so decadent, so rich, man. That is insane. But yes,
Beautiful girlfriend Melissa loves the cheesecake.
And now that I know you have good taste in food, I may have to send you the survey for the new Neon Feast updates that we're doing. You want to my pros that recommend
Come
it.
on over.
Her name's Kay.
Kay?
Hello,
Okay,
Kay.
come on over. Say hi.
She called me Superman.
Yeah.
I'll give up my seat for you.
Sit right over here.
No,
No, we're doing
Yeah,
promotion.
camera.
We're doing
Okay,
that.
I want to be in.
No camera.
No camera.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's no worries.
Here you can sit. Here. This is
You
Kay.
don't want to be on camera?
Kay.
Please.
She
Okay.
can be on
Please?
the
So
camera,
why'd you come
though.
in here? That's my question to you.
I know she called me.
You just brought her in?
She goes, "Where are you going, Superman?" I'm like,
You
"Oh."
guys just come for a
We
second.
gotta-
It's just wait for a minute, just for a second. Just come in for a second.
I said, "You guys gotta-"
No, I don't mean sit down.
She thought somebody was buying a bottle of champagne in here, and now you're
Tell us
Your work,
about
man.
being a dancer here at Peppermint Hippo.
Superman.
Don't do that.
Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump.
So say your name again.
Hey.
Aura?
Hi.
We got more incoming?
More incoming.
You can bring them in. I bring them all in.
You guys can come in.
Yeah.
Hello.
So again,
Sorry
we're
about the
Peppermint
camera.
Hippo, which is not Spearmint Rhino. It's Peppermint Hippo, just like in South Park. Yeah. And this is Aura.
Marijuana ban. Marijuana ban.
You don't have to be on camera. It's okay.
You're not on.
It's okay. Have you been to Black?
It's okay. No. You're promoting.
So again,
Mr.
Vegas
Superman.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wah,
Okay, I get
wah,
lunch.
wah.
going to put her butt on. Look, this she'll put on camera. This is okay.
This will get us off camera.
Not the face.
Thank you.
I'm going to get the
Again, it's getting crazy.
It's a family show. This is a family show, I thought. This was a family show. That's what happens at the Hippo.
Nah, baby, I'm not part
Well, I
of this.
think we've about done it here.
I got him.
Promote the show.
He's so horny.
Check us out at
You're so horny.
VegasNonStop. You'd like to send us an
Both
email.
play good.
No, tubuku, tubuku.
Thanks for being here.
Tubuku.
Al Mancini,
Come to the show.
thanks for being here. Our friend Michael Cross.
Thank
thanks
you,
for
Pete
joining us
Housley.
earlier. Thank you, Pete
You gotta
Housley.
know me out there.
Jim
You gotta know.
Biscuglia.
Rock and roll day trading.
Yeah, he's still
Rock and roll day trading. 800-971.
He's so horny.
So you want more information?
Recoup.
And
You stink.
join us again next Friday.
And where's
You
her foot?
stink.
Let's see where her
You
foot is
stink
right
glasses.
And
See where
Peppermint
she's got
Hippo
that?
at the corner of Walk and Don't Walk here on Las Vegas
You stink
Boulevard.
glasses.
Jonathan Scott, eat well and party hard. Thank you, Lou McGillowitz. Lou McGillowitz running for something, Assemblyman in the 19th District. Eat well, party. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Oh! Me so horny.
I think we've got a sign off now.
Me love you lots of.
Party hard, my friends.
Me love you. Me